Here is the uncomfortable truth about toxic people. They do not always stay because they are powerful. Sometimes they stay because your reactions keep inviting them back. Every fast reply teaches them what gets your attention. Every nervous apology teaches them where your guilt lives. Every over-explanation gives them another handle to pull. But there is a quieter way to take your power back. You do not need revenge, drama, or a dramatic exit. You only need 5 tiny behavioral changes. When you stop feeding control, toxic people lose interest, and behavior number 3 may change your relationships fastest. So let us start with the first quiet behavior. First, stop reacting the second someone pokes you. A cruel comment is often not a conversation. It is bait designed to pull emotion out of you. They want your face to change and your voice to shake, because your reaction proves they can steer your mood. So give yourself 3 seconds before you answer. 1 second to notice the sting, 1 second to relax your face, 1 second to choose your response instead of leaking it. Then answer with something neutral and short. Say, okay, maybe, or I'll think about that. No defense, no emotional performance, no free fuel. This does not mean you are weak, it means you are no longer easy to operate. Toxic people often look for predictable buttons. When the buttons stop working, the game becomes boring. You do not need to win the argument, you only need to keep ownership of your nervous system. Silence can be a boundary when used with awareness. Stillness can confuse someone who expected chaos. Your calm is not permission, it is protection. That brings us to the second quiet behavior. Second, stop turning every choice into a court case. Over-explaining sounds polite, but often comes from fear. Fear of being misunderstood, fear of being disliked, fear that someone will think you are the bad person. So you explain and explain and explain again. But controlling people do not use explanations to understand you. They use them to find weak spots. If you say you are tired, they challenge your tiredness. If you say you are busy, they compare priorities. If you give 10 reasons, they attack reason number 7. That is why shorter sentences carry more power. Try saying, I'm not available. Try saying, that doesn't work for me. Try saying, I chose this because it's right for me. No long story, no emotional begging, no trial. The people who respect you will accept simple clarity. The people who demand more often want control. Confidence is not loud. Confidence is quiet certainty that does not beg approval. When you stop over-explaining, you stop asking permission, and that makes manipulators lose one of their favorite tools. Now comes the behavior that filters people without a fight. Third, create consequences silently. Most people hear consequence and imagine punishment, but healthy consequences are not revenge. They are the natural result of repeated disrespect. If someone hurts you and access stays the same, they learn nothing. If they mock you and still get your warmth, they learn nothing. If they disappear and return to instant comfort, they learn nothing. The brain learns from patterns, not speeches. So change the pattern. Reply slower to people who only create chaos. Say you're busy more often without guilt. Stop rushing to rescue people who never show up for you. Share less with those who turn your vulnerability into ammunition. This is not coldness, it is self-respect with a quieter voice. When access becomes limited, people reveal their intentions. Some people will notice, reflect, and adjust. Others will get angry because the old benefits are gone. That anger is information, not a command. Your absence can teach louder than your explanation. Those who care will come closer with respect. Those who only used you will drift away. Fourth, stop fearing rejection. As long as you need everyone to like you, you are rentable. People can rent your silence with a little disapproval. They can rent your yes with a little guilt. They can rent your identity by threatening to leave. But not everyone is meant to approve of your boundaries. Some people only liked the version of you they could use. When you become harder to use, they call you difficult. When you say no, they call you selfish. When you stop chasing, they say you changed. Maybe you did change. Maybe you stopped abandoning yourself to keep them comfortable. Being misunderstood is not always an emergency. You do not have to chase every false story about you. Your worth is not a group vote. Respect often costs popularity, but popularity bought with self-betrayal is expensive. When rejection stops terrifying you, manipulation loses leverage. You become free to choose peace over approval, and the right people will not require self-erasure. They will recognize your boundaries as part of your health. Now, let's talk about the final behavior. Fifth, stop chasing people who keep choosing distance. This one hurts because it often looks like loyalty. You text first, you plan first, you repair first. You tell yourself they're just busy. You tell yourself patience means love. But healthy relationships have rhythm, not rescue missions. When effort is always one-sided, your soul notices. You may smile outside and feel abandoned inside. Chasing teaches people that your attention is free, and free things are often treated carelessly. So stop pulling the rope for a while. Stop keeping conversations alive by yourself. Stop proving you're worth a reply. Then observe what happens. Who reaches out when you stop performing availability? Who respects your silence instead of punishing it? Who only liked you when you were easy to access? The answers may hurt, but they will clean your life. Real effort is never permanently one-sided. The right people do not need to be chased into caring. Peace attracts better company than desperation does. When you stop proving your worth, you make room for people who see it. Let's recap the 5 quiet filters. Pause before reacting so bait loses power. Say less so your choices stop sounding like permission requests. Create silent consequences so patterns finally change. Accept rejection so approval cannot be weaponized. Stop chasing so one-sided relationships reveal themselves. You do not have to fight toxic people every day. You simply stop feeding the behaviors that keep them close. Some people will disappear when your boundaries become real. That disappearance is not always abandonment. Sometimes it's your life making space for peace. The people who remain will meet the healthier version of you. They will not need your panic to feel important. They will not require you to abandon yourself. They will respect the calm you worked hard to build. So pause, simplify, withdraw, accept, and release. That's how your peace becomes your filter, your silence becomes your boundary, and your calm becomes your power. If this helped you understand yourself more, stay with the channel. Keep growing quietly and protect the peace you are building. Your better life may begin with one calm pause.
If you found this video helpful, please hit that subscribe button below so you never miss our next one. Understand your mind, upgrade your life. See you next time.